the daily morning පත්තරේ පළවල තියෙන ප්‍රෘතියක් පිළිබඳව.
I would like to draw your attention to a report published in the Daily Morning. Indian salt shipment arrives. This is where the cat jumps out of the bag. The state corporation had already prepared the import bill to get the shipment from India. It was only after that was the private sector allowed to import. A salt mafia has been created here. Has someone provided influence for the creation of this salt mafia? Is someone providing this influence? These matters must be looked into. Some of the owners of these companies come to Putlam. This may be a company where the government and the private sector work in partnership, but they come here and get positions on the board of directors. Honorable Deputy Speaker, Putlam is an area that produces half of the salt produced in Sri Lanka. But the salt from that area is not in the market. Someone is doing this intentionally. By doing this, someone in the government is providing influence to this salt mafia. That is the problem. The packet of salt that was at 130 rupees is now at 350 rupees. The imported salt can be sold at 150 or 200 rupees at most. This government must also be held responsible for the creation of this salt mafia.
මෙහෙම ඇතිවීමට මේ රජයත් වග කිය යුතුයි.
1997 2.5
On the 5th of February 1997, a group of companies was given 95% of the ownership of Putlam Salt on a 30-year lease. I know that MP Hakim was a part of the government when this corporation was given out. You could have opposed this as a member of the government then. It was after this corporation was given away in 97 that it was destroyed. A part of the shares owned by the cooperatives was purchased by the Raigam Salt Company. The Raigam Company came into the salt business. They established a factory called Vyamba Salt and Right opposite our factory in Putlam. That is illegal. They included these people on the board of directors of Putlam Salt. That process will end in 2 years. You were the people who paved the way for this mafia. You did not break the monopoly, you created the monopoly. If you broke the monopoly, how is Raigam doing all of this? Raigam is doing all of this through the monopoly that you created. I am speaking of what happened in 1997. Now it is 2025. Only 3 parties were brought in when it was opened to the private sector, and the majority of that was given to Raigam. They increased the price. It was to prevent the manipulation of prices that the two of us spoke and decided that it must be brought through the Salt Corporation and given to everyone. We sent it to the market through Sathosa. Even today, the salt is sold at Sathosa for 120 rupees. It was 3 to 4 people who published it for sale on Facebook for 350 rupees. The cabinet approved guidelines for bringing it down by the government has 32 steps. If the private sector is allowed to open LCs, it could have been brought down in 2 to 3 days. These must be changed by the Ministry of Finance. The government cannot change these guidelines to suit the needs. I am speaking the truth. We have to change these laws. It was because of the war between India and Pakistan that the salt is coming down now. These are not issues that we created. The rain is not an issue that we created. The people don't eat salt like your Ranil eats cashew. We will break this salt mafia by October. We will prepare a plan by April.
blood pressure වැඩි වෙනවා ඕගොල්ලෝ කියන ඒවාට ඊට වඩා වැඩි වෙනවා blood pressure.
Blood pressure increases even more when we hear what you say. They are trying to create headlines on newspapers. For the owner of the snake channel, the entire commercial sector has collapsed. The entire economy has collapsed. The entire garment industry is destroyed. The snake is dead. He is like a snake charmer with a dead snake. Dilit is like a snake charmer who lost his snake. His biggest issue is that a branch of Next has closed down. Dilit also has a group of baby snakes to speak for him. This was the closure of a branch of a garment factory. I don't have the power to instinctively know that this branch is making losses. If I had a power like that, I would have already gone there. They have not spoken to the Minister of Labour. They have not spoken to the Minister of Industries. They have not spoken to the BOI. They have spoken with the snake businessman. They have reported it to the snake businessman.
නයි මුදලාලිට තමයි වාර්තා කළා තියෙන්නේ.
ඇයි මේ වගේ විශාල
Why is a garment factory like this closing down? What is the message that we should take from this? The people of this country wake up every morning wondering if they will have salt the next morning. If garment factory workers wake up every morning unsure if they will have their jobs, how can these people face the future? If you do not engage in this conversation with the general public, it's not just you that will be destroyed. Our motherland too will be destroyed.
ඔබ විතරක් නෙමෙයි අවසාන වෙන්නේ අපේ මේ මාතෘ භූමිය හා ඒ අනාගතයේ බවත් පවසමින් මම නිහඬ වෙනවා.
අපි දැක්කා මෙතන
We saw the owner of a media company speaking here as a party leader. He was saying that we should rid ourselves of a beggars mentality. You are mistaken. You destroyed the economy. You worked hard to help people in high places to destroy the economy of this country. You have a party that accepts anyone who comes. A party full of thieves from top to bottom. He sold an antigen kit that was imported for 400 rupees at a price of 1,400 rupees. This beggar mentality is better than earning money like that. The second in command at your party has asked for 20 million from a company that imported saline. The organizer of your party was sentenced to 16 years in prison. You started with eggs, then you moved on to coconuts, and now you are stuck with salt. We would like to ask the members of the opposition to eat some rice while you eat the salt.
ලුණු කන ගමන් බට්ටික්කුත් කන්න.